So today we are off to Crickley Hill in Gloucester, which is Birdlip in Gloucestershire, and it has a Neolithic site up on the hill that dates back to a settlement from 4000 to 2500 BC. So it's quite an old settlement that was placed, that was built on the top of the hill. So that's, you know, I've been up Birdlip before. I've been up Crickley Hill before, but I've never noticed any settlement. So obviously I've done a little search today, and I was looking for something to do, something to go and film, because I haven't been out for a few days. And it came up Crickley Hill on the National Trust website. So I thought, Crickley Hill, I've been there, I'm sure I've been there. And I was like, oh yeah, that's Birdlip. Birdlip is like a hill that looks right over Gloucester. When you go to the top of the hill, you can see the whole of Gloucester from the top. So this is, they've built a new entrance to here. This is brand new, coming off the bypass. Welcome to Crickley Hill. Right, so we've just arrived at Crickley Hill in Gloucester. Found somewhere to park. And we're going to go and find this Neolithic site that is apparently on this hill. Let's do this. So this is Crickley Hill. This is the car park at the top of Crickley Hill. So now we are going to have a walk up here, see if we can find this Neolithic site.
Are you sure? 'Cause it's really steep down there.
Open that gate, Jaden. Pull it. Pull it. There we go. There's some nice big steps coming up here. Wow. Okay. Look at that. Look at that for the drop. So I'm not too sure where. Oh, it's windy. Yeah, there's GCHQ over there, yeah. That's windy, isn't it? I'm not too sure where the Neolithic site is. Let's take a walk down this way. You can't go down there as well, it's too steep. Don't even attempt that. Come down this way. Some of the big drop down here. So I haven't got a clue where this Neolithic site is. There wasn't any maps anywhere. Did you see any maps? Like normally on the National Trust places they have like maps and they show you like a route to follow, and there wasn't one up here. So let's go over this way. I don't think we can get down there, you know. No, you don't even want to attempt that. No, it's too dangerous. Let's go round. No, it's here. Path's over there. Ooh, it's windy and cold up here today. You just pepped in stew?
Yeah, and these are my new trainers as well. Wait, let me check what shoes to wear. Yeah,
Jaden stepped in poo. He's only been here 2 minutes. Jaden, the poo magnet. So, I don't know, these rocks, what do you reckon these rocks are? Do you reckon this is an old road or what? Or do you reckon this is natural?
I miss Penny Fan.
Fenny Pan? So you've got all different routes, like walking routes that you can follow. You can go down there as well, but I want to go down this way. It's freezing. It's freezing.
Freezing when a reactor has a freeze down.
So we're kind of on the top of Crickley Hill at the minute. It's got to be about 4 degrees. It's quite cold. It's windy as well. A big cliff down here. It's a bit like Leckhampton Hill a little bit. A bit like Birdlip, a bit like Cleve Hill. You know, you got the same view. You're looking over Gloucester. So I'm guessing where I was last time, Leckhampton Hill's over that way, and Cleve Hill is over that way. So I've come here to find the Neolithic fort, and I'm not having much luck at the minute because it's just literally just grass and stone. I can't see any fort.
There, right there.
Down there?
Yeah.
What, that building over there? That's someone's farm.
No, that one. The like broken down.
You mean them? No, that's somebody's farm. That's somebody's house. I'm looking at. See, Neolithic means it's old. It won't look like a building. It won't be a building that's left. It'll be just grass mounds, and you won't even notice that it's a fort because it's that old. It won't be like a Roman village that's like got ruins there. A Neolithic fort will be just grass hills. It'll just look like a hill, look like a few little bumps. So if we look down here, you see a few bumps in the field, and that's probably the fort. So if you see just down there in the grass field, right, you got like a load of bumps in the field. It's a bit uneven. That could be where the fort was. So I've decided to come down this hill a little bit and try and come down this sandstone. It's like loose sandstone coming down. Oh, it's very loose in fact. Yeah. Oh. You can tell that these ancient hills used to be mines, or they've been mined, because of all the loose stone that comes down the edge, comes down the cliff face. So yeah, this is Crickley Hill. We're still trying to look for the Neolithic fort. I'm guessing it could be that field down there. There's nothing standing out that tells me that there's a fort up here. So it's going to be a hidden fort. One of them old mounds in the field. So yeah, let's carry on. This isn't a paid promotion, by the way. This is just me telling you how I do my research when I'm out and about on my locations. ChatGPT. I have a second phone with ChatGPT on it, and I've got a ChatGPT Pro account, which is something like £15 a month, and it gives me everything I need to know. And I asked ChatGPT about this location, and it's basically saying that the entrance to the settlement, archaeologists uncovered evidence of a major attack, burnt timber gates, charred earth, dozens of arrowheads fired at the defenders, and most chillingly, the remains of slaughtered men and women. So there's actually remains here as well. This wasn't a raid, and this was a massacre, basically. Historians believe that the settlement was destroyed by a rival tribe and never truly recovered. The site was abandoned for nearly 1,000 years afterwards. So yeah, like I say, it's not a paid promotion, unless ChatGPT want to sponsor me, I don't know. But if you're a YouTuber and you're out and about and you do what I do, then I would highly recommend that you invest in ChatGPT. And I wouldn't even suggest anything similar like Gemini or anything like that. I would say ChatGPT are probably the best. So before I go out on location, I say to ChatGPT, I'm going to so-and-so location. Can you give me the history? And can you put it into narration? Now usually it gives me a narration. I've got a narration here, but I never normally follow the narration because it means me reading from it. I'd rather just look at it, read it, and then read through it while I'm out, and then just talk naturally on camera rather than reading from this. ChatGPT has said that this is Neolithic and there was a big battle. I haven't found anywhere that tells me that this is the fort because I can't see anything at the minute. It's just hills, sandstone cliffs. A bit like Cleve Hill and the other hill I was on. What's it called? Yeah, Bit like them two hills. Same, old mine, bit of history. But this one seems to have Neolithic sites on it, whereas Crickley Hill and the other hill are more 5th, 6th, 7th century. 6, 7. 6, 7. So yeah, ChatGPT does the world of good for me. Right, let's have a little walk a bit further down. Let's have a little walk a bit further down. Let's see if we can find this this fort that apparently exists somewhere on this hill. So if you look up there, it's all sandstone cliffs again, a bit like Crickley Hill. I haven't got a clue. Jaden's asking me which way I'm going, and I'm like, I haven't got a Scooby-Doo. If you look down there, we've got a road down there as well, right? Like a path, like a short road, right? And they look like, if you look at them fields there, them fields look like they're mounds. So that, I can't see the Neolithic times. I can't see the people in them times building a fort at the bottom of a hill, because defence-wise, you can't see what's coming. So I've got a theory that I'm thinking that the fort is somewhere back up the top. So I'm thinking we're probably going to be better off going back up there, Jaden. So if we walk down here, follow that path back up. There's a path just over there, and we'll follow that path that goes back up, and we'll go back up to the top. Because I've got a feeling that the fort's going to be, if you're building a fort to defend your people, right? You ain't going to build that fort at the bottom of the hill. You're going to build it at the top because you can see more what's coming. Yeah. So strategically and defensively, you ain't going to build a fort at the very bottom of a hill, are you? You're going to build it at the top of the hill, and that's actually quite steep now, isn't it? You're going to build it at the top, you ain't going to build it at the bottom. I don't think that the fort is going to be at the bottom of this hill. I think the fort is going to be back up there somewhere. So it's a task now, we're going to have to climb back up. It's always easier to climb down or to come down than it is to climb back up again. So I'm going to climb up this hill, back to the top, and we're going to go and see if we can find this Neolithic fort. Yeah. See this, where I was just climbing up here, right? This like little, it looks like a crater of some sort. So I'm not saying that there was a fort here, but there's a good chance that this could have been like a settlement where they lived. So the defensive fort would have been at the top, right? But some of the places where the dwellings, some of the houses where they lived, could have been around this area. So if you look, it's like a trench. Yeah. If I go up here and I'll get to the top of the hill, I'll point down and show you what I mean. But it's a steep, mate. It is steep though. It's not that it's just steep though, it's loose sandstone. So it's not steep. See, I told you. It's not steep, so as I was saying about the ditch in the ground. As I was saying about the ditch in the ground there. You can see it's like a... See, you've got the hill up here, right? And you go down, and you've got like a little small crater shape. So that could have been like a settlement, houses, maybe. Obviously there won't be any remains of it because back in them days, they weren't stonemasons.
It has to be.
No, back in the old days, people weren't building with stone, they were building with wood. But then I could argue and say that's a lie because what about the longbows? They're made of stone. Although the longbows aren't really stone masonry as such, they're more like just throw these stones on top and cover it in mud. You know, it wasn't like a longbow isn't like ancient Rome, is it? Or ancient Greece. Because the Romans and the Greeks and the Middle Easterns, when it comes to stone masonry, were the best in the world at that time. Fact, you know, over in Rome, they had big megalithic buildings built out of stone, and then if you'd come thousands of miles over to England at the same time, people would have been living in straw huts. I mean, all your castles and stuff over here were later, like 3rd, 4th, 5th century, weren't they? all your big castles you've still got around today are around about the 10th century. So if you go back to the Roman times, yeah, England during the Roman times will have been just straw and wooden houses. When the Romans came over to England, they brought the ingenuity, the technology, the ability to build with stone. So all your ancient buildings in the UK, England, all your ancient castles, right, are learnt from the Romans, a lot of it. Do you get me? Yeah. So I don't know if we're going the right way here, but we are actually. There's a path going back up the hill. If you look just over there, there's a path that goes up, and then it goes back up to top the ridge, which is. It's going to be steep, yeah. But I mean, so was that one we just go up there. Look, that was quite steep.
I don't think it's going to be as steep as that.
Maybe not, but we can do it. We've done Penny Fan. I'm sure we can manage this. What was that one I was at the other week? Not Cleve Hill. What was the other hill? The one next to Cleve. That was the hardest one. That was brutal. That was. Shadington. So we've got a nice path coming up here. So the path. So if you look down below.
Penny Fan? Was it more pretty than Penny Fan?
Hang on, yeah. See over there, that's where we just come down. See that hill over there? That's where we came down there a minute ago. The wind's a bit milder down here, isn't it? It's because it's obviously at the top, it's open. So it's windier, so the wind will soon come back as soon as we get higher. So, this cup, and this isn't paid promotion again, it's not me advertising the Costa Cup, but I bought this Costa Cup last week, and it goes everywhere with me, or last month actually, and it keeps my tea nice and hot. So when I'm on locations like this, and I'm out and it's cold and it's windy, especially during the winter months, I've got a nice hot cup of tea to keep me going. And that's still red hot like it's just come out of the kettle. And this is not a bit of paid promotion again, but I'm going to say it again. But I don't have a kettle. We've got Virgin Pure at home, so we get instant hot water. Highly recommended for those that don't like drinking tap water. Instant ice water, instant hot water. Anyway, back on Crickley Hill. Yeah, it's been interesting. We haven't found this fort yet though. We've been looking everywhere and we can't find it anywhere. Like I say, it's probably not even going to be seen. You're not even going to be able to see it. It's 6,000 years old. It's a fort. It ain't going to be visible to the naked eye. It's going to be hidden under some sort of grass mound. And I'm, from the beginning of the video, my theory is that bottom field is the fort. But if you're defending your habitat, if you're defending your community, you ain't going to build a fort at the bottom of the hill, are you? And let all your people go and live at the top. You're going to put the people at the bottom with the houses, and you're going to put the fort at the top, and the fort is a bit like a fortress. It's a defence. They can see right across Gloucestershire. So if you're up here now, right, on the top of the hill, and you see a load of Roman soldiers coming, right, from like 3 miles away, you're going to see them, aren't you? You're going to go, sound the bell, there's a load of horsemen coming. Right, and you're going to get all your weapons ready and you're going to get ready for the battle. But if you're down the bottom there, how are you going to see it? You're not going to see all these people, are you? So, yeah, I like the idea of that field down there being the right shape for a fort. But I can't see a fort being, because there's one called Battle down on top of Cleve Hill. And that's not visible to the naked eye. That's like grass mounds. So I like the idea of that being the fort because of it's a field. But there could be a field on top of the hill that we haven't even seen yet. So we're going to have a go, carry on walking up. And we're going to go and see where the fort was. Are we getting closer to the top? I mean, we were at the top earlier on.
Where's the car?
The car's back up the top, Jaden. That's where we parked. We parked at the top and then walked our way down. So this fort could be at the top somewhere. We're going to go and find out now when we go up, aren't we? Oh, slippy, Jaden, be careful. Where the hell are we going here? Oh, I'm gone. Cobwebs. Here we go. Top path. Here we go, top path. Bit muddy this time of year, but yeah. Yeah, it is what it is. They'll get cleaned off on the grass when you get to the top. Ooh, it is very slippy. Just try and stick to the sharp stones to walk on if you can. See, this is weird because you got a hill, right? Goes down here, and then you got this steep bit that goes down here, right? Right, see that's a steep hill down there, and then you got one this side as well. Yeah. Yeah. Don't touch it unless you've got some bacon to cook. That's chick fence. It's obviously livestock in the field. It's a nice walk, isn't it? Look at that. Just been talking to someone down there, and they said that the fort is top of the hill, which is what I assumed. They wouldn't build a fort at the bottom, defensive reasons. So we're walking up this hill here, and there's a bit of an open field. So this field here could be where the fort was. There's a map up at the car park. Have a quick look when we go back. But yeah, I'm going to guess that this field that we're in now is the fort, or what remains of the fort, which is pretty much nothing. So yeah, this fort that we've been looking for, this eluding fort, could be this open field that we're in now. Yeah, this field that we're in now could be the fort. I'm going to go and have a look at this map. We're going to go and have a look at this map now. See what the map says. Here you are. Found it. We found it. See these here? These concrete posts. These concrete posts here in the ground. So this field that we're in now, yeah, I know. This field that we're in now is where the fort used to be. And if you look on this picture, we found it. So this is where the settlement would have been, in this big square open ground at the top of the hill. I did tell you it'd be the top of the hill. So when you look through this glass here, it basically paints a picture of where the fort would have been. So here's the picture. So on that field right there, that's what it would have looked like. 5,000 years of past lives lay hidden beneath your feet. So in 4,500 BC, the Mesolithic period, they had old stone stuff, yeah. So Neolithic period was 3,700, then the Iron Age came in 700 to 600 BC. So this house is Iron Age, and as you look through the glass, the purpose glass, you can see that that's what the building would have looked like on the ground, as so. So yeah, we found the fort, and it was at top of the hill. So this is Crickley Hill, and it's telling you about the history of Crickley Hill here. In 1972 they excavated the area. There's an aerial view of Crickley Hill. So the main settlement here were Neolithic, Stone Age, 3,700 BC. to 3000 BC. The Iron Age was 700 BC to 400 BC, and the post-Roman was AD 420 to 500. In addition, a part of the site known as the Long Mound seems to have been used for ritual religious purposes 3500 BC and included a Neolithic shrine, stone circle and processional way. So the stone circle is post-Roman settlement. So we were down the hill a bit earlier on. So down that hill where we were is the post-Roman settlement, which we didn't see, did we? So the first Neolithic village had a community of 50 to 100 people who built a village 200 metres to your right, which is there. Yeah? That was 5,700 years ago. These Neolithic or New Stone Age people were among the earliest farmers in Britain. Neolithic man first reached Britain from the continent of Europe about 6,000 years ago. They introduced farming to the UK. So, you know, the UK had never ever seen it. And the Europeans came over 6,000 years ago and they introduced farming into the country. Before their arrival, the native people lived only as hunters and gatherers, which was the case for that period anyway. Most places in the world were hunter-gatherers. So Crickley Hill was basically the first place settlement in the UK, in the whole of England, to develop farming and agriculture. So the Long Mound ritual site shows a sequence of use, extension and modification from 5,500 years ago in the Neolithic to 2,400 years ago in the Iron Age. The earliest phase is associated with the Neolithic village and consists of fenced processional way leading to the settlement shrine. Here rituals involve fire, the burning of bone, perhaps in animal sacrifices, and the gathering of pottery, flint, bone and antler in special places. So yeah, a lot of history in this place. There's 6,000 years. Well, 6,000 years since they came over here, but the 4,500 years of settlement history on this hill. And like again, I keep visiting these places that I've never been to, and I live in Cheltenham and I never even knew they were here. So I will now pan past this with the camera, and I will slowly go past it, and you can press pause and you can have a little read through it yourself. So that's the end of the little walk around Crickley Hill in Birdlip in Gloucestershire. It's quite interesting actually because there's quite a lot of history here. And I never even knew it was here. Yeah. Crickley Hill, Birdlip, Gloucester, or Gloucestershire.